by some of the stuff in there. If you're telling me now there's more stuff that you had to take out, man, I'd love to see that one day in a re-edition or something.
I have the original manuscript here with all the red lines from the lawyers saying you got to end the story. If you read through my book, you'll be getting into a story, and about 3/4 of the way through, there's a tidying up sentence, and the real conclusion isn't there. But if you don't know what it is, the story just kind of ends, just like life. You know, I mean, somebody has an accident or they retire, and their storyline ends with you. A lot of them ended there, but there's several paragraphs to come that are, like I said, redlined and taken out.
How did you guys, I'm just going to switch subjects here quickly on you, sorry about that.
That's okay.
Paul Rogers is on at least the September 24th show here at MTS Center. And you've also got Blue Oyster Cult. How do you get these guys to come and perform on the same ticket as you guys? I mean, Paul Rogers, as far as I'm concerned, this is one of the biggest, or at least one of the greatest rock vocalists of all time, and here you've got him on your bill. That's amazing.
Well, for the last bunches of decades, I won't say how many, every time when I'm on an electric lunch or a show like yours and you say, pick your 10 favorite songs and tell me about them, I always pick All Right Now by Free. And it's Paul Rogers singing, and he wrote the song. And I noticed when I was in England last year and we played Sweden Rock together, Bachman and Turner, it's also Fred Turner's favorite song. Oh. And Paul Rogers is one of our absolute favorite singers. He makes it seem so effortless. His stuff with Bad Company, I saw him last year with Queen at O2 Center in London. He's just amazing. So we're really, and his wife's Canadian, right? She's from White Rock. He used to live in White Rock. So we connected through that, and I got to see him backstage. I met Brian May, who I knew from the 70s with Queen, and hook up with the band. And then we've always stayed in touch, and I have a place in London and a place in Vancouver, and so does Paul Rogers. He lives in London and in White Rock, and a place in Kelowna. And so we've always stayed in touch. It's like, I'm in town, I'm in London, are you here, where are you? And can you do a tour? So we've been trying to hook up together on tour for about 2 years. And finally, after the Queen World Tour, he took about 10 months off. Yeah. And he decided to kick in again. And I said to my manager, call and see if we can get Paul Rogers, Bad Company, any form of it, because we love this guy. I think we're going to end up doing something, the three of us together, Bachman, Turner, and Rogers, as a new project later on, once this kicks in and it gets done.
You mean new music?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, like a super, I hate to say super group, but the possibility is really, really there.
What about some jamming on stage? Are we going to see some of that, you think?
Well, we're going to get together, and hopefully we might share an encore at the end where we come back and we do All Right Now together and Taking Care of Business, you know what I mean, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
We've got to get together and work that out. But he is one of the great singers of rock and roll. He's a fantastic guy. He's in great shape. We're really good friends. We're thrilled to have him on the show. It's kind of like, I wouldn't call him our opening act. I'd call him a co-headliner.
Sure.
And so we're doing the Toronto Molsons with that and a couple other gigs with him. He wasn't available for all because he's other places in the world, but as a favor, and he's now going to take Bachman Turner when he tours England and Germany because he's huge there. He's like 10 solid days at Wembley or something in London. Yeah. He'd give us a foothold there, and we would open for him there. So it's the beginning of a really great I think collaboration, us and him playing on the same show, and we've known Blue Oyster Cult since the 70s, Buck Dharma and all those guys. They're from the era of this BTO era in the 70s with Peter Frampton, the Doobie Brothers, Blue Oyster Cult, Allman Brothers, Leonard Skinner, on and on. So it's great to see those guys again, have them open the show, and they certainly are a great concert, kind of underground, almost like a Grateful Dead in a way. No, maybe one or two hits, but well-known anthemic kind of album kind of tracks, and everybody knows their music. So I think it's just going to be a fabulous show.
Randy, are you singing Taking Care Saturday in Vancouver before the game?
I am.
Cool. Very cool.
They're allowing me about a minute.
A minute? That's not long enough. The song's 4:44.
Well, I got to go to rehearse with the Odds, who are backing me up, who's a great Vancouver band.
Yeah.
And I'll probably do the little intro and go right into the chorus, Taking Care of Business, and then stop, and I'm going to do I want to hear Vancouver make some noise and get them to sing Taking Care of Business. By then, my minute's going to be up.
I don't know if anybody knows the words, Randy.
We'll have them on the big screen. How's that? I'm looking forward to that a lot. I think Vancouver, like last night's win with 20 seconds to go, and then a couple of games ago when they got that goal with 14 seconds left, It shows you one thing: never, ever, ever say, "I'm running out of time. Give up."
That's right. Keep going,
when
man.
it got to even last night, I said to my wife, 30 seconds, it's over. It's a tie. We're going to overtime. And as we go to get up and get a drink, bam, they score a goal. Like, it's just, you never know when that moment's going to come. It could be 2 seconds before the end of the game or whatever, and you get the winning goal. It's just amazing.
Randy, let me just say this to you. It's been a pleasure chatting for the last 20 minutes. You're still as enthusiastic as ever about music and rock and roll and life, and it's been a pleasure. And is there anything you want to say to the folks in Winnipeg before we see you on September 24th?
Well, Bachman and Turner are back. The Jets are back. We're all coming to Winnipeg. We all need you. You need us. Let's rock.
Thank you so much, Randy. That was awesome.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
It's like a GPS, but with way better music. The Backseat Drive with Shadoe Davis on 92 Citi FM.